Hello. Oh, what's up, elite traders? Have you stopped in yet? Again, if somebody came on the internet and said, "Hey, I've got a trade that never loses," the first thing you say is, "That's bullshit. Everybody loses." And I'm not saying that I don't lose money. The guy that blew his life up after 20 years of doing pretty well gave it all back in basically a year and a half, and I couldn't get out of my own way because I was addicted or just a dick about shorting the market. And then I found VWAP and it resurrected my career. But the trade that consistently works, and again, it was short NVIDIA today because there was a reason. When the stock is gapped up and then it breaks VWAP, that's when you short it. That doesn't mean you're going to stay short inevitably forever. That doesn't mean you're going to stay short for the rest of the day. It doesn't mean you're going to stay short for more than 20 minutes. But if you get short on a stock that's gapped up on earnings that has already made a massive move, usually there's some follow through. And follow through is what day trading is all about. And where did it follow through to? 760, 750, got you to 760. 760 got you 755. 755 got you to 750. Our target was 747.50. And that's where it went. And that's where we covered. If I was the greatest trader on earth, I would have covered and went long because look where it is now. Now, let's go back to some of the live sessions. Did you guys hang with me for the hour and a half? The market kind of went dormant there for a second, for a little while, right? But what were we doing? Were we selling our names? No. We were buying the dip on the stocks that we liked, and then we were just sitting there and nothing was happening. Look now. Look where CCC is when it dipped to the 750. Look where EBS is now when we bought it on the dip at 259, 261, and 262, 10,000 shares. Look where LUNR is. We sat there. We missed the 850. We bought it at 888, 910, 912, 925. It hit 939. And what did I say when I was live? If it breaks 939, buy more. And look where it went, 1020. So this is just an example of what I do on a daily basis. And the longer you spend time with me, the better you'll get at what I'm doing. It's very specific. We only trade price. We only trade VWAP. We only trade price. We only trade VWAP. Because the joke, if you were listening in, I don't even know what these companies do. EBS apparently is a Narcan stock. I had no idea. I like it even more now. JMIA, I think they sell rugs in Africa. I'm not sure. I don't care. I only trade price. Then we got LUNR. I thought these guys were kidding. I thought this was some sort of, an Ion Q AI type of stock. Meanwhile, they're landing on the moon. I thought they were joking around. I was like, no way is LUNR a lunar stock. Meanwhile, it is, and they're about to land on the moon possibly. But I don't care about what these companies do, nor will I ever, right? Sure, I care a little bit about this captain, but I'm selling the stock. I bought the stock at 250 because I was like, hey, what's this? Oh, look, it's breaking 250. If it breaks 250, chances are it goes to 5. If it goes to 5, it goes to 750. And it worked. Then you start exploring what the company does. I started looking into it around 4 and change, 420, when I started buying some size. I would have bought 100,000 shares of this stock if I, again, was convinced that it was a real company. A brand new stock breaking 250, breaking 5, chances are you're going to get 750 out of it, right? Anyway, if you watched me, and again, I don't know how, you're probably not hunkering down and watching an hour and a half video of me. But if you were on with us live, I mean, there was maybe 30 or 40 of us, right? Every single trade that we put on worked. And now what's even more important is that you had a chance to redo all those trades. IOVA dipped down to 1485. Bang. Now it's at 1585. The LUNR, you got paid. You got paid on EBS. You got paid on basically everything. So doggy coin going to $1. I wish. Yeah. If Doggy Coin ever goes to $1, I'll give you this hat. Well, then again, I love this hat. Nah, if that ever goes to, give me 20 cents on it, I'll be loving it. You know what else I own that I almost forgot that I bought? I bought Algo X. You guys know Algo X? I don't know what Algo X is either, but I remember Scaramucci. Remember Scaramucci? Scaramucci was pumping this thing at, I think, forgive me if I'm wrong, I could check right now. Yeah. He was pumping Algo X at $2.50. Forget this. He was saying this thing has a potential to make not just 5 times your money, 10 times your money, 200 times. Sorry, was it 200 or 2,000 times your money? He put a 200,000% banner up there, and that's what he's expecting. And that was at 250. So when I saw this thing down at like under a dime, I was like, oh, right. Wasn't this the one they liked at 250? I'll give it a shot at 10 cents. You know what? I'm up 150% right now. I don't know. I think it's at 20 cents. I'm up 100% or a little bit more than 100% on it. Just goofing around. Just goofing around. But a lot of these trades start as, hey, let's give this a shot. And then if it convinces me that I'm onto something, then I add to it. You can nibble all day. You know, you're buying a $2 stock with a 12-cent risk. What are you risking? 12 cents. So you got 100 shares, you're risking $12. You got 1,000 shares, you're risking $120. You got 10,000 shares, you're risking $1,200. Depending on the size of your wallet, the risk never changes. It's still the 12 cents. And then look, we sat with it for an hour and a half. It didn't do anything. And then poof, it pops 30 cents. That's a good day's pay on a $2 stock. Come on. And again, what did we learn about shorting the Qs? Just don't do it. I'd rather short the Qs when the market's actually going down. Just absolutely insane. You just cannot short this market. I still own Tron. No, actually, I don't know. The kid that, and this is the story. So when Bitcoin started getting popular, there's this dude named Ryan Karen, and we're going to have him on the show soon. He had Bitcoin at, I think it was $600 a share. It was already at around 8,000 at that time. And he was like, no, you got to take crypto seriously. And I was like, I don't need to know. I know, again, I'm very skeptical of the stock market, let alone fake currency or fake whatever. I understood Bitcoin because it was actually being used as currency. I still don't understand why the rest have any value, right? So I was like, listen, buddy, I don't know what any of this is. I'm very skeptical about, the market told him the story. He's like, bro, I'm going to fly in. I'll meet you at your office and I'll just show up. I'll take you out. This dude flew from like the outskirts of Canada, somewhere on the west coast of Manitoba or Winnetoba, where it's like 38 degrees below zero. He's at my office the next day in a limo. And we're going out and we're drinking, eating sushi. I'm like, all right, I like Bitcoin. So he said, he's like, at the time you had to buy the Bitcoin to buy the subcoin. So I bought the Bitcoin, and then I started looking at the list, and he had Ripple. I was like, whatever Ripple is, I'm in, because I'm a deadhead. So I love Ripple. Plus Ripple was a drink that the kids used to drink in the park. I never drank Ripple, but some of the degenerates, you had Old English and you had Ripple. So I was like, all right, cool, I'll buy some Ripple. And then I'm just looking down the list. I'm like, oh, what's Tron? He's like, that's bullshit. I'm like, oh, that's bullshit compared to the other ones? I was like, why not? Let's buy some Tron. So Tron, there was this other kid who was in the Navy, and I gave him $1,000. I was like, just buy me some shit. So he's now in the Navy now, and I can't get in touch with him. I legitimately don't know if I own Tron anymore. But I got the Ripple, and I bought the Doggy coin because, again, doggy. And you know what the kid says to me? He's like, you don't want to own that. That's crap too. The guy just invented it because he has a dog. I'm like, once again, why does any coin have any other value than anything else? Basically, you're buying them. I was buying it like donuts. Let me get some Tron. Let me get some Ripple. Let me get some of that doggy coin over there. Yeah, give me some Bitcoin. And that was it. I bought the Bitcoin, the Tron, the Ripple, and the Doggy Coin, basically all that week. And then Doggy Coin started to become legit. One of the girls in my chat room, Alexis, what's up, Alexis? She was like, "Hey, this thing seems legit." I love when people say, "Hey, this seems legit." Oh yeah, it's legit. But she was saying me, she was in these message boards and the chat rooms, and they were all talking about Elon Musk. And once I heard Musk was involved, I bought more at a quarter. And then when he was on SNL, and it almost got to $1 that night, and then it started to roll over, I sold some, but I still have it from a quarter. But I was in from like 2 or 3 pennies. I'm in from 8, 25. 25 was the most I paid. But it is what it is. It's either I'm making $100,000, right, or I'm losing a couple of thousand at this point. By the way, Pan W just reversed. What the hell's going on? What, dude? That's a sick move. Wow, faux show bro on Pan W. But more importantly, yeah, I mean, those are just jokes. I mean, Tron, I think I had $300 and it was worth $3,000 at one point. It's probably still worth about 1,500 because I was in from sub nickel. No, I was in 0.005. So I was in half a penny on Tron. But the Algo X I got in it, I'm in at 0.875 or whatever it is. But more importantly, if you watch the video from this morning, what you witnessed is how you make money trading. That's how you do it. You don't get out of your trade unless you have to. And what's unless you have to? Stops. EBS. Let's go look. I know you can't see my charts, but what do you think my stop was? I bought it when it broke over the VWAP at 258. It broke the multi-day at 262. Then it broke the high at 263 and 264. So I'm buying 258. I'm buying 261. I'm buying 263. I'm buying 264. And then it pulls back to my break-even price. But at that point, I'm using the lows of the day as my out. Then it goes back over the VWAP. I'm thinking, here we go. We're getting paid. Pulls back, holds the VWAP. And when it holds the VWAP at 259, that's when I raised my stop. So when it went back to 265, I put a stop at the higher value, 256, 259. And then I throw it on the side and say, all right, hopefully this works. I got my stops in. I threw some offers out at 275, got done, 275. I got done at 282. And then I got stopped out. Then I didn't get stopped out of the rest. I just got bored. I sold the rest on that pullback around 278. And then, it is what it is. And then the LUNR, right, was sitting there, missed it at 850, wound up buying 888, $9, 912, hit the 939, craters back to the 9. That's when I put my stops in. I'm like, all right, cool. If it breaks back under 9, I'm going to get out. But if it breaks 939, I'm going to buy more. And that was a nice trade. I sold out 988, $10, and then got stopped out on the way back down. I hate PayPal. I have never made money on that stock, and I continue to not make money on that stock. I don't know what the hell the story is. I had real high hopes for that stock. I've gotten beat up every time frame. No matter what I do on that stock, I lose money. I have given up, which means you should buy it right now. No, that stock, I have never, ever made money on it. Just awful. I thought they were a monopoly. I thought this thing would be back to $200 by now. Absolutely garbage. I don't understand it. So also CCC, right? 750 got us up to 8. You shot over 8. You came back. You traded right back down to 750. Look where CCC is now. This stock is a gold mine. It's just a great trading stock, and it has half number increment options and weeklies. It's freaking awesome. So you could go back and forth on the same 5 stocks. I traded all the same stocks today that I traded yesterday. EBS, LUNR, IOVA, CCC, Q's, NVDA. And it was awesome. And right now, I think the boys are shorting RCL. Yeah, I see why you're shorting it. But damn, it's crazy how you cannot stay short this market. And even when you do get it right, man, you can't stay short for more than 3 days. If you make it 3 days, you're lucky. But if anybody's in the city tonight, I'm going to the Josh Brown birthday party. JC, they're having a little dual party. Get my drink on. Promise I won't get as crazy as I used to. Loving the Credo. Don't own it. Wish I did. Looks really good. Don't own it. I gave up on that one also. Was happy to get out, make some money on that one. I do like it. I haven't bought the Rambus back. I'm waiting to buy. I'm trying to buy those $70 calls 2 years out for under 9. And again, I don't want to be swing trading, but this market continues to work. And until it stops working, you keep doing it, right? And so far, the dips are being bought. The swings are being, the swing trading is working. So I'm going to keep trying. I screwed up the hood trade. I sold it yesterday at 1350. It's actually hitting highs right now. I'm out of that. I got some Jew Mama. I'm loving the Jew Mama. I bought more, a little bit more today. Once it broke 450, I had to just get a little bit more. JMIA. I really love this chart. I think you can get $6 out of it, especially if this market, if we start ripping again. So I'm kind of torn right here. I think today might be a one-off, and then tomorrow we give back some, and then we give back some. I think we could give back this monstrous move over the next couple of days, and then we'll really see who's in charge. I still think we're going to sell off considerably the first, 10 days of April. But, if we make it through February or make it through March, the Qs could be at 470 before we even sell off. And if we're at 470, a 10% correction brings you back to where we are right now. The market's just it's insane. It's insane how strong it is. It's amazing, and inevitably, I need to have a real conversation with some of my my I don't even know what to call them anymore. Trumpers, not Trumpers, but again, the people, the see again. I hate hypocrisy. I hate when I do something that I said I wasn't going to do, but I'm always expressing why I'm doing things. But certain people, they're so hypocritical that it makes me sick. Like the people that think that the market was only strong because of Trump policies. Are you out of your fucking mind? These are the same people that think the oil prices were down because of this guy. The guy's a rapist, retarded scumbag. And the funny thing about the other guy, I'm still undecided, right? Is he a mastermind, cartel running genius, or is he a feeble old guy that doesn't know where he is? I don't think you can have it both ways. But the bottom line is all the hypocrites that said the market's going to crash without Trump, the economy's going to fall apart. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Are you still living that delusion? Because if you are, there's a special place in hell for the hypocrites. And again, I don't believe in any of that bullshit, but if there is a heaven and a hell, my version of heaven would be to come visit you as you burn for all eternity. And I get to visit you and point my fucking finger at you and say, this is your fault. I'm a vengeful warlock because hypocrisy is the worst crime, I think. Well, then you got rape, then hypocrisy, and then murder. Rape's the worst thing. Don't get me started. But hypocrisy is the worst because it's like those are the most evil, twisted, delusional scumbags, people who fucking believe in what they just saying something because that's the popular fucking thing to say. You fucking delusional scumbag. You're an idiot. And there's no talking to those people because they think their opinion is truth. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, would you like to have an intellectual conversation where I show you facts in black and white that are irrefutable? No, those are real. Those aren't real. Those are not real. Only what I believe in is real. My opinion is more important than truth and fact. Okay, you're going to burn in hell. Goodbye. And you can't fight those people. And it's taken me a lot to just stomach them. They make me sick. And again, that's why I start a lot of conversations. Before we have a conversation, do you think the price of oil was down in 2020 because of economic policies brought forth by the president at the time, or the fact that everybody was in their house and nobody was using oil? Which do you think? And if you say it's Trump, then I don't even have a conversation with you because you're fucking delusional and there's no winning. And that's why I love trading. It's math, and you cannot deny where a price of the stock is, where it was. Here it is. There it is. There it's where it was. This is what you could have done. This is what you should have done. Here's where it is. And this is what you should be doing right now. You can't fight it. It's right there, black and white. You can't tell me I'm not looking at the right. I'm looking at something right here. By the way, CCC, you motherfucker. You goddamn motherfuckers. I am sitting here with, I mean, you cannot fight this market. I mean, look at all the stocks that we were talking about this morning. Every single one popped, dropped, and now they're popping again. How are you losing money in this market right now? I mean, when I'm swing trading for profits, you know this market's on fire. I mean, look at this CCC. Come on. Look at IOVA now. Every freaking dip on any decent stock is a buy. You'll see the difference when it's not. They won't come back in the middle of the day. They'll sell off, they'll try to rally, and then they'll roll over. Nothing's rolling over. This is the greatest market I've ever seen in my entire life. And I hope it stays this way for the rest of our lives. What am I, 52? I got a good 8 years, right? See? Last time I spoke, I said I only got a good 5 years. Now I'm going to give it another 8 years. Got to retire sometime, right? All right. Good luck out there. I just wanted to see if you guys are sticking with these names. I still got some EBS. I still got a little LUNR. I still got a little CCC. I still got a little IOVA. You know, smidgens. We had a nice day trade out of them. Got stopped out, bought them back, and here we are. So rock and roll, baby. Good luck out there. And by the way, 8 years from now, I'll still be making dumb videos on YouTube. I'll still be running this room. I made it 30 years. I got a good chance of surviving whatever they throw at this market over the next 8 years as everybody else falls away and all the fake gurus and all people that think oil was down because of Trump and all the hypocrites and scumbags and all the scammers and the charlatans and all these, all that other crap. They all just fall away. And for some reason, I'm still doing this. I don't know. It's got to be something there, right? But don't take my word for it. My chat room is free. Come and hang out with my crew, and you'll see what's up. All right.